Tell us about some memories of VIT.
One memory is in front of you.
I'm hardly a memory. I'm your reality. When we were getting married, I remember, my folks saying, "वो सब तो ठीक है, पर job क्या?" Right? So I think when we started, it was like that. Now it's kind of okay, but yeah.
Love is blind. So we all have been alphabetically defined into 6 divisions, and girls have been equally distributed. So there were 6.
The Learning Curve with Bharat Agarwal.
Welcome back to this episode of the Learning Club with me, Bharat Agarwal. We continue our conversation with Purnima and Patanjali Somayaji, the engineers from VIT Pune and entrepreneurs from Pune today. Coming to the AI part of the world now.
Right.
You are a techie by your heart, by your bone, by everything that is inside you.
Right.
How do you see AI impacting the one, work, and second, how should students approach AI?
Right. AI, it's like AI is like any other large technology shift and we have seen a lot of these over the last 25 years, right? Mobile, I would say, has been a big shift in the way we behave and the way we interact with technology, where consumers consume it. AI is a more fundamental shift than all of these because it changes a lot of things that which we are otherwise taking for granted in a different aspect, right? So definitely there's going to be a transformation across industries. But like everything else, it is not as drastic as everyone thinks. It is going to disrupt and, it is going to take slightly longer than we think. But also what, happens in what we underestimate what happens in a decade and we overestimate what happens in a year is true with AI also. Fundamentally, it's going to change from, different industries in different ways. And I think the way students should really think about it is that core skills don't go away.
Right.
And while AI will be everywhere in the world, how AI works is still something people need to understand, right? Like if you take the mechanical field, for example, cars are moving to electric, but they still have ball bearings.
Absolutely.
You need to understand like mechanical stuff to build cars. It's not that you can just go out, right? Similarly, AI is running on computers. Computers are running on chips. Chips have memory. So if you look at the fundamental stack, it's still the same. You need to understand that. It is definitely going to drive efficiencies in a lot of maybe what you can call inefficient places today, right? There is a lot of stuff that we do which we can term as just labor.
Right.
In different industries. So that may be creating a very simple image and AI will take that up. The AI will look at, if you look at the medical field, medical imaging field, AI does do a lot of work in the imaging field, but the doctor still needs to apply clinical judgment on top of that. That part is not going away. I think students should think of it as core skills. They should focus on the core skills. So if you're a computer science student, then mathematics and data structures are not going away. It's all built on top of that, right? So the core skills is what students should focus on. And I think then it's a journey after that.
Does AI impact food?
No, I think ours will be the least impacted industry because there's so much human element, human emotions, and touch, feel, smell. I see us being the least impacted.
I agree to you because when people will be more efficient using AI,
They don't eat more.
they would love to have more emotional connect.
That's true.
And one way to build emotional connect is
food. Dining together.
Dining together.
Yeah.
We all are Punetars, including me.
Right.
And we have seen the city change, evolve, grow. And we are also beneficiaries of the growth of the city.
Right.
But we have our own memories also of the old Pune. So would love to learn from you all, or maybe your thoughts about what are the changes that you see in Pune.
Yeah, I mean, Pune is a very cultural city, a lot of ethos, a lot of heritage. It's got I would say that Pune has a lot of soul, which you may not find in a lot of places. It has a lot of soul, it has a lot of spunk, it has a lot of its own character. Maybe we are losing some of it as the city.
Is the right word.
Character is the right word, maybe.
Patya that
Yeah, all of that, right? That is there. But I think that's why something like Aragma makes a lot of sense. The startups that we built, I think Pune helped us do that because we were able to hold on to that character and think of what we're trying to do.
I think the climate has changed.
The climate has definitely changed.
Yeah. In fact, I feel what has not changed is how safe it is.
Yes.
I remember college practice, Firodia or any other event, for example. I remember it used to, at that point in time, there were no phones.
Yes.
Right? And coming back home later at night was really not a problem. It was never unsafe. And even now, when I shut the restaurant, I'm going home at 12:30 at night. I still find it very safe.
Yeah. You don't feel at ease at all.
At all. It's busier, in fact, better now. But it's still the same safe, place. Yeah, great produce still. I still find the vegetables I ate back as a kid. So I think so much of that has not changed.
And that keeps our soul.
Yeah. I used to go I think I started going my 11th to Vaishali and have coffee and dosa and all, right? So 11,
You still do that?
I used to go by cycle. Then on 12th, I got a bike. I think first year I got a bike. So then I started going by bike. Then after starting entrepreneurship, etc., car. Then I used to go by car to Vaishali. Then what changed in Pune was traffic was so much. Parking nahi milta hai. C road pe kaun park karega and all that. But now I think what has happened is metro has come. So now I'm able to go by metro. So that problem is solved. So that's kind of
changed. Vaishali has not changed. The Falsurin sandwich has not changed.
So many things.
So much has not changed. Yeah.
Wonderful. You all two are also beneficiaries of the VIT matrimonial services.
Absolutely.
A techie thief meets a creative girl. How did this love story happen?
देखो ऐसा है कि इसके दो अलग स्टोरीज है. So I'll let him go first.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's the same story, but yeah, like my side and her side, obviously, right? So for me, it was of course love at first sight. But then it took me a year to actually approach her, and that whole year, like I said, we were in different classes. Computer science came together only in the second year. So first year we were in different classes. So she's kind of knew hai ek ladka hai, and I was always like looking for an opportunity to connect and speak. हिम्मत नहीं होती. फिर एक साल के बाद I approached. Then of course we were in the same class and we became friends. We got closer. We were in the same group of friends. We studied together for a lot of the exams in our group. So we got much closer in third year and fourth year. But yeah, first year I was distracted.
What is the real story?
I think first year, I believe he followed me for an entire year. And I didn't know about it. He used to park next to my bike, but I never noticed him. I was just, a very simple girl coming there to study and, simple background. Yeah, just that, yeah. I think second year, we were in the same class because we were both computer science. And he was this super intelligent, all-rounder kind of a person. So friends, just it started off as friendship for me because I was very clear that it has to be friends first. Right. And back then again, I came from a line of thought where I said, unless my parents are happy about it and everybody has to be happy about it, and so we took our time. I think I was in denial for some time until it couldn't be denied anymore. And then I told him, what, let's...
it's like, denial is very like, this thing. Once I gave her a Valentine's card, right? And she was like, ye kya hai? Why are you giving? I think 14th February abhi aa raha hai, to
tell all that.
तो मैंने दिया था. तो denial का मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि so then so she said, no, what is this? Why are you doing this? So I said, okay, if you don't like, I'm sorry, give it back. She said, no, I won't give it back. So then I knew this journey will go ahead.
That was it.
Yeah.
Coming to something more personal, what are your... Tell us about your family. Tell us about your other interests outside work, if you have any time for it, obviously. So, first we'll go with you.
Interest outside work is cooking. It puts me in a mindfulness kind of a zone, and I really love that. In fact, now I've started cooking with my son, who also enjoys baking and cooking. So it's kind of a mother-son time that we enjoy together. He plays golf. He is...
What's his name?
His name is Avnish.
Avnish.
And he wants to be a golfer.
Wow, that's an interesting passion.
Yeah, I mean, none of us played any sport. I don't know where that has come from, but we are happy because he wants to pursue something that he believes in. And so he's busy with that. I think over and above, I think the common interest that we share is our love for nature, wildlife. We do a lot of wildlife together. A little bit of thoughts around conservation around that, those visits. So, I think that.
I like photography. I do a lot of wildlife.
Yeah, I was just going to push you on that.
Yeah, please follow me on Instagram. So I do a lot of photography, very interested in, obviously as an engineer, the technical aspects of it also. And as, all the artistic parts, it's been fun.
Coming to the last question, maybe. We have seen your journey after VIT.
Right.
Tell us about some memories of VIT.
One memory is in front of you.
I'm hardly a memory. I'm your reality.
The part of one of the fondest parts of my journey of VIT has been meeting her.
I'm sure that would have been the biggest benefit
the
of
biggest
coming to VIT.
Education अगर ठीक है, but
But what would be some other memories of VIT that you still have and are strong with you and you resonate with?
lot of memories, like even simple. We have a lot of those memories are very simple memories, like having food in the canteen.
Yes.
Early morning Saturdays where we used to bunk one lecture and sit in the canteen, and we got into trouble
I
also
never
because of
bunked.
that. She was of course very sincere
never
and never
bunked.
bunked, but then we were like on the other side. I think at that time it was very early for the organization, VIT itself also. There was a lot of support that we used to get to do bold things. I remember we in final year actually did a show at Balgandhar. I don't know if you remember that, but the college supported students to go do a paid show outside, which is completely not an engineering college thing to do, right? So we sold tickets, and of course, a lot of them were bought by our folks. But but we were able, to just put up 2 shows at Balgandhar was great. In my second year, we in our cultural Firodia program, we wanted to use a projector. Because at that time, Matrix movie had come out and we wanted to show that Matrix thing. It was part of our theme. And we wanted to show visuals from the US and all of that. And it was in 2000, as you know, projectors were not very common. So the college had this huge projector.
One huge projector.
You remember the black projector?
Yes,
Yeah. So the college allowed us to take one projector and one PC, because laptop was also not there. One PC with a monitor and all that for 2 months. So I think which was very bold to allow second year students to take it around town, take it to Bharatnatyam Mandir and set it up backstage and all of that. I think that was a lot of support we got. So we had a lot of fond memories.
I have a lot of trivia memories. Like I have really,
Please,
one is, so in our final year, and I don't know if you want to edit this out, okay? But back then, again, final year, you're celebrating your annual function, right? Annual event, yeah. So while we were all gathering, and while we were all in different committees, boys and girls, there were very few girls across the college.
Yes.
And while we were all in different committees and working alongside the boys, I still remember that the dance party that happens, we had this line.
Okay.
And the girls dance separately and the boys dance separately. And we were like, final year.
One of my very defining memories of VIT is the orientation in first year.
Okay.
When we came, and I think Abhinkar sir addressed us.
Yes.
And he told us that you all have been alphabetically defined into 6 divisions and girls have been equally distributed. So there were 6. In that, then that was the first day, and the next day we came to see our class allocation. So I'm standing looking at the board, and my name is Patanjali. My friend, who's now my friend, was standing there and counting the girls, and he said, "Hamare class mein to 7 hai. Patanjali is also here." Okay. When I tapped his shoulder and told him, "Ki boss, that's me."
He was disappointed.
Yeah, he was disappointed.
Yeah.
Any other
So
memory?
many such. Yeah.
What professor? Which professor do you remember?
Oh, I remember Prabhu sir.
I mean, you remember
Very
I'm sure
fondly
that
remember
batch, yeah.
Prabhu sir. In fact, I think one moment of pride that I still remember a lot, like I said, when we were in VIT, VIT was not considered as one of the best colleges in Pune. And somehow the drive to make our college like that, right, was there. And in final year, we would have these competitions of projects, and that used to be held at PICT. And these guys were all geeks and nerds, and they had some very whatever, people couldn't even understand something else. It's like the atrang something. And I still remember we walked in to the college, and there were trophies kept, beautiful trophies, like nice big ones and all. And we were all representing our project. And I was just telling Patanjali, ye VIT ko chahiye. Ye sare na VIT ko milne chahiye. Let us do something that we just get that. And we finished with the whole thing. And there was the announcements were coming through for the winners. And trust me, that year we picked up all the trophies.
Wow.
And all the big, and that was a feeling of pride to go to Prabhu sir in his huge,
that room of his,
the room of his. And the pride in his eyes and the happiness on our faces to just having done that. And we were just so thrilled that we got all the trophies.
Wonderful. I think so. Purnima, Patanjali, thank you so much for being on this episode.
Thank you for having us.
Your journeys have been truly inspiring. a lot of students today, of course, times have changed. Students are in a much more competitive environment today than
Right.
what it
That's
was 25 years back. And so, all these students who come to VIT or to other engineering colleges, other colleges of higher education, have always this challenge of whom to follow.
Right.
And I think they would love to follow you all because your journeys have been truly inspiring. I have learned so much today from just conversing with you. Would love to have many such conversations in future in front of students, in front of other audience, so that they also equally learn and would love to, and they would learn from you and would, that's something that will impact their lives. Thank you so much for being here.
Happy
Thanks
to
so much.
help, and thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Thanks.
The Learning Curve with Bharat Agarwal.